try this again. I will win this. Just a bit rusty right now, but all will be fine, hopefully. Hope. Alright, we're probably gonna cast a queen side this time. I think that's just a free pawn, so we'll take it. Oh, well, I guess not a free pawn if then they take my pawn. Obviously. But we can get this knight to move. Oh my gosh. I got forked by a knight. This is just embarrassing at this point. Honestly, not the move I would have made there, but okay. Although, who knows, maybe it's the best move in 5D chess. Well, there's got to be something I can do. That something is going to be going back in time to here. Actually, no, that's not at all what I'm going to do. What are you talking about? It's ridiculous. No one's going back in time? No one's willing to do that for me? At least not as far as we need. Well, actually, maybe this will work? I think I already did that, didn't I? Okay, and now I need to go, like, I can't go there? Okay, what, can you go there? No. You can go there, though. Huzzah. I will lose a princess out of all this, but it'll be worth it, hopefully. We got 2 princesses on this board. That's something. I think this is just a free pawn over here, so, I mean, why not just take it? Over here on this side, we've got a lot of knights, so we should probably take advantage and use them to the best of their abilities. Maybe trade off their knights. Okay, so I can't let this happen again. To protect against that, I can not do anything, as it turns out. And I guess this basic thing would be moving the king out of the way, or the rook, potentially. There? It's a dangerous place to have my king, but I think it's gotta be done for now, at least. Up here, I'm sure there's all sorts of interesting stuff we can get up to. Let's see. We can get like some double strength on attacking this pawn. That seems useful. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that for now. Alright, we've got 3 active boards now. You are checking a king from the past. That's fine though, we just take you. Great. Over here on this board, so you got a bishop about to do some terrible things, unspeakable things. He's trying to take my rook. That's fine though, we'll just actually block with the knights. Now if you take the knight, we take you with a pawn. So that's actually fine, and then we can do our own attack on your rook. Let's see, over here, this isn't a free pawn. That would be a free rook if we went like there. Or maybe we move the bishop back. Okay. We'll start with this board. This is obviously just take the bishop. You're probably going to move the rook, I'd imagine, in which case we can't really take the pawn because then our bishop would be hanging, but it might be interesting. You are checking a king from the past. It's fine because we just take you with a pawn. Over here, you are checking a king from the present, but that's fine because we just take you with a pawn. Alright, we've got another timeline to worry about now. Great, 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 great. Actually, for this timeline, I don't really see a good reason not to just take your knights. Or, better yet, we put our bishop right here. And then we take your rook. Ooh, that's nasty. That was devious. I mean, rook for bishop trade is fine, so we'll just go with that. over here on this side of the board. I don't think you did anything. Where was the one where I was attacking your rook? So bishop right here. Oh yeah, I didn't defend it, so we take. Over here, let's get a knight in front of our king. Yeah, this board's getting pretty messed up. The other thing we might want to do, actually, and we could attack your rook with our bishop. It seems feasible. And over here, I mean, what do we want to do? Let's see. We probably want to develop our pieces. Best way to go about that for right now, I think, would be something like, did we get the knight out there? Okay, lots of chess to do. Lots of chess. Okay, so you took the princess from this board to go on the other board. Okay, that is a dangerous looking attack, that's for sure. Although I think we can mostly, pretty effectively neutralize a lot of that threat by just putting our rook right here. Maybe. And we probably would connect our rooks, if possible. Say, do something like this. Then over here, I don't see a good reason not to just take this knight. Over here, let's threaten your bishop, I'd say. And then over here, probably want to start getting our rooks developed a bit better. Maybe use our bishop to defend our king. That seems reasonable. Okay, we've got a check. That'll hopefully be fine. No? Okay. Again, the issue is you're also checking a king from the past. Who can do something about this? Anyone? Not immediately, it would seem. So you might need to send a piece back to the past to worry about this. For example, from like here, I think. Well, then you just get taken by the bishop, don't you? I think that might do it. Hopefully. Because, like, yeah, it's going to be right. It's in the square and right next to. So it goes up 1, up 2, down. Okay, yeah. Okay, we've got you creating your own thing now. Great. With regards to this, I don't see a reason not to just immediately take your bishop, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay. So obviously we moved the princess here. Where to exactly, though? I think in here. Threatens the pawn and gets the princess back to safety. Okay, this is going to be an important move. Ooh, that's nasty. Can I go? Nope. Okay. Because now, let's see, if I do this, then I still have a check on this board. Ooh, that's devious. That is devious. Okay. Yikes. Okay. I assume this board didn't help me at all. No? Okay. What I might need to do is see if I can, like, get a princess. Like, I mean, this might be a decent enough board to create. Because what we need... So you are there, so I need... So the diagonal would look something like there. Right now. Ooh. I think I need to be up there, so the diagonal would be like... So we're here to start with. Here. Then here. So I need to get there on this board. Right there. Okay. Which I think is actually not that bad. Hopefully. Actually, taking with the princess here, I think is going to be the best move, because then I can go straight to the square I need to be on, which is right there. This one, I think. I think that'll save us, if we can manage it. So now we go here. And hopefully, well, I don't think there's anything they can do to kick us off, unless they, like, check us weirdly or something. Okay, over here, we take your knight. Yeah, sure. Okay, now, moment of truth. Okay, so we take the princess. This princess goes up here, takes this princess. There we go. Alright, over here, we gotta take this knight out. I guess we do it with the pawn. It does kind of compromise my structure a bit, but it's that or move the king, which I don't think would be any better, so yeah. Okay, over here. Let's see. We got a princess threatening our rook, that's not ideal, so we'll just block with a nice little knights there. Yeah. Okay. That started happens there. Over here, looks like you're starting to want to trade. What we're going to do, what we can't do actually anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, this is a tough board right here. Okay, we need to survive for another turn. I kind of think offering this knight isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, and over here, interesting move. I would actually love to put a bishop like there. So to make that happen, we will fianchetto our bishop. Okay, this is a very complicated game thus far. Computer's taking a while to think. Although, honestly, I do think we're at the disadvantage here. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we've got a princess here. Okay, that's where you came from. So I think this is a trade I'm perfectly fine with. Does expose the king a bit, but sometimes that's just the price you gotta pay. Over here, you're trying to trap my bishop with your bishop. That's fine, I'll just take your bishop. Okay, we would love to keep that princess from getting involved. I'm not sure how we can really do that, though. Like, we don't want her out in the wider board. If I could add, like, backup. Like, what if I brought this princess over? And that would be... Actually, might not be the worst thing in the world. Now, would that compromise this board too much? I mean, this is a board that I think I'm actually doing very well on, is the thing. It's like, I kind of... Like, I've got this whole plan of, like, bishop takes here, right? And then we got the rook under threats. Over here, bishop for rook is generally considered to be a pretty good trade. But first, I want to get this rook over to reinforce. That being said, if we bishop for rook on the next turn, and they princess, then our rook is trapped. So we got to at least delay that. I guess we've kind of got to take with... Well, you don't have to take with anything, I guess, technically speaking. And how did this play out? Bishop takes, princess takes. Well, in the case of princess takes, then princess up here check. And I think the only way you really can solve that is by getting your princess back up. Or I guess you could run away. Then we've probably got other things we can do. From up here, we probably get rid of this rook if we can. I think it starts with something like this. See, I think bishop takes makes sense here. And all the way down here, let's see. You already got this square covered. I'd like to get another square covered. You could cover that square again. I guess maybe we just do something like this. Get those diagonals covered. Oh, and this is a check on their king. Hooray. Yeah, of course, because yeah. Alright, that makes sense. How long has my bishop been there? It's been a while, hasn't it? So I'm sure what my opponent's going to do now is I'm probably going to be going back to the past to try to save from this bishop check. Well, I mean, there's stuff they could do. They could, like, bring the princess over from the neighboring board, but if they did that, then princess check on that king is pretty dangerous. I'm not sure who else they could bring. I guess they've got princesses and rooks and stuff on the other neighboring board. Oh, yeah, I guess you could just take like that, couldn't you? Oh, now my rook is trapped. That's not good. So I could get a check here. But then this princess probably just takes me, I'd imagine. So the only way that's going to work is if I can, like, force a move of a certain nature on this board. Which I can. Okay, this might be crazy, but princess takes pawn, check, right? And yes, it looks like I'm just sacrificing myself to the rook here, but what that does is it paralyzes this princess, because he needs to deal with the check on this board. So, then I go princess right here, check. And I don't think anyone can take, well, okay, hold on. This princess could take, so we need to paralyze this board as well. We can do that with a bishop takes check. Okay, that's fine. You couldn't. This rook can't take because there's pieces in between, the princesses specifically, so we're fine on that front. Over here on this board, I don't think there's anything really threatening. On this board, nothing threatening. On this board, nothing threatening. Okay, we do need to get out of this check, though. Which is going to be done. Oh, what about you? Can you do anything? No? Okay. That's unfortunate. Obviously you can't even reach. Okay, so how are we gonna save from this check? Well. We put a knight right here. I don't think that helps. Knight to here, I don't think helps. Because what would happen? So I would go. Right, I would have a board here. It's their turn, they do something weird. Then it's my turn. I can't use that knight, can I? This knight? No, I don't think that works. Okay, what about over here? A princess is probably going to be pretty good in this sort of situation. Like, if we go there, where is this princess? No, that doesn't quite work. You know what would work, though? This. This would work. Like, extremely well, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we need to save ourselves with this move. We'll hunt down this princess. All will be well. And then, all of these checks are going to go into play. Okay, that's fine, honestly. Can't take the princess just yet, but if we go right here, we can definitely take on next turn, and there's nothing you can do about it, unless you put us in check, potentially, which you could technically do, come to think of it. It's like, if check, then what do I do? That's actually problematic. Very deeply problematic. Oh! Pawn takes! Huzzah! Thank you, pawn! So that's how pawns work. Alright, now our opponent's in trouble. Because this whole thing, with all these checks, that's gonna be bad for them once we actually, get there. Okay, you took our princess. That was expected. It was a sacrifice that was worth it because we were in check. Let's see. Is this a I don't see a reason not to take with the bishop sort of moment? I think it might be. Alright, great. Over here. Oh. Okay, in that case, I think this is a I need to move my king out of the way moment. Okay, now we can do something on this board. Let's see, what do we want to do? Probably should get the rooks involved at some point. I've got so many knights on this board. Here, let's protect our king with our knights. Up here, what do we want to do? Well, we got this knight being mildly annoying, but not really that big a deal. Oh, I think we just take the rook. Yeah. That's actually going to create another check, isn't it? Great. Okay. Over here, I'd rather not lose my rook. Simultaneously, though, I don't really see how we're going to stop it, so we'll just put a knight right there. Okay. So we've got loads of checks. 4 different checks on our opponent. And quite frankly, I'm gambling on this being checkmate. If this is not checkmate, then we've got problems. Although since they're still thinking, I'm kind of worried that this might not actually be checkmate. Well, okay. It doesn't necessarily need to be checkmate this turn. It's fine if they can do one of those things where, they go to the past or something. Right? As long as eventually this becomes checkmate, we're good. Taking a while for the AI to think here. Okay, new board. Alright, this to me seems like a final last-ditch play of desperation. I don't think there's a way they can actually stop all of this, so I think all we need to do is just not get, heck, let's check you over here. You want to create a new dimension? Fine, I'll check you there too. There we go. I'm proud of that game. Look at all these checks. So many great checks. Alright. Oh, there's a check here as well. Nice. Oh, that is great. Alright, that was a nice hard-fought match. I appreciate it. Alright.